I'm gonna talk about the craziest regimen I've ever done in my life. In a year, I put on approximately 48 pounds of muscle. People I tell that think I'm crazy. They're like, you're out of your mind. You're gonna spend 8 hours in the gym, that's crazy. You know, don't you have a life? But hey, that was my life.
But I eat, 5 times a day. Is it working? No, well, eat more. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it takes, you gotta do it.
I'm really starting to feel it, starting to kick in, tennis, joints are starting to get sore, but I gotta keep pushing it, gotta get through this. Whew, train hard, eat hard, and grow.
You done with that? Oh, Christ almighty, you are huge. Let me see you flex. Impressive. Listen, I've done the first 40 years of my life skinny. I want to do the last 40 years yoked as shit. Will you be my trainer?
Body like this takes time. It's not gonna happen overnight.
Okay, I've got under an hour. Let's get to work.
Come on, there you go. Up and squeeze the bicep at the top.
All right, I'm bored.
You gotta make them work.
This. All right, Rich, for me personally, it's just fascinating to think we're the same thing. That technically we're both white men. Do I disgust you physically?
No one discussed.
Can you, all right, fair enough. If you woke up tomorrow, like let's say we peed into a fountain and all of a sudden we switched bodies.
Go jog around the track and see what it's like jogging again.
Why do you want to be big?
I was raised in a family of bodybuilders. When I was 6 years old, I was in Gold's Gym watching my mom work out. So I was basically screwed from day one.
When did you start working out serious? How old?
I started when I was 11 and I started competing at 15. So serious, I'd say 13.
What's the downside of being a bodybuilder?
The truth is, it's a very unhealthy sport. A lot of people don't realize. My body fights me the whole way. My body does not want to be 300 pounds.
So your body's not meant to get like this?
Whether it's muscle or fat, the heart doesn't know the difference.
Are you going to tone it down at any point in your life?
Yeah. I definitely suggest people to not be big bodybuilders.
Are you fine with people just staring at you constantly?
I'm so used to it that it doesn't bother me.
What about strangers touching you?
Yeah, that I don't like.
But do they?
All the time.
There's a lot of people that hate on you online.
A lot.
Why is that?
I think it's just jealousy, insecurity. They're trying to be what I am and they can't achieve that. That's my personal opinion.
My guess is that it's very fun to take a shot at someone that you could never take a shot at.
In person.
So that's kind of fun. What's the most offensive thing people yell?
Probably just yell steroids.
Do people yell steroids?
All the time. You'll be walking through the mall and you just hear steroids.
And you just go, How easy is it for you to open a jar of pickles?
Pretty easy.
You ever had a jar get stuck or no?
And then the girlfriend has to open it for me?
You know what I tell my girlfriend? I always say the trick to opening a jar is just fucking do it. We get in fights over that. By the way, your wedding was amazing. Was that off the shelf, that suit?
Believe it or not, a lot of energy went into that suit.
No, I believe it. What about clothes? Is it a nightmare or you just say, all right, I'm just wearing my own stuff?
Pretty much sweats, tank top kind of guy.
What's a typical meal?
A typical bodybuilder breakfast is what I have every morning is egg whites and oatmeal. And sometimes I eat it, sometimes I drink it.
Are you hungry every 2 hours?
You're not, you're force feeding yourself.
Oh, Jesus. What's your weakness? Like things you shouldn't be eating that you just like, nah, I need to eat that at least.
I eat Ben & Jerry's every night before I go to bed.
How much though?
I eat a pint every night.
The whole pint?
The whole pint. 1,200 calories.
What's your thing?
1,200 calories, boom.
Oh, that's straight up gangster. That's the craziest shit I've ever heard. What do you listen to while you're working out?
Just angry music.
You ever listen to Adele?
No, I never listened to her. Okay. I hate to admit, I never even heard of her.
That's crazy you've never heard of Adele. Hello from the other side.
That doesn't sound like somebody I want to listen to.
I know it's not what you want to listen to, but it's one of these songs that when you hear it, you're like, it's a good song.
I've been taking anabolic steroids for over 25 years.
All right, let me talk steroids for a second. I'm hard pressed to find a negative side. If you're not cheating, like if it's not illegal, then
exactly.
What?
If it was drug tested and you were cheating the test,
sure,
and going against guys that really were natural, then yeah, it's morally wrong and it's not fair and you're cheating.
You just want to get as strong and ripped as you can.
Yeah, it definitely helps out.
I want to talk about the things that I've grown up as a kid learning. That it shrinks your balls. And you mentioned that yours got 33% smaller.
My balls have shrunk 20 to 30%.
How did you figure out your balls got smaller?
That was just an estimate.
You were joking.
No, they definitely got smaller.
Who wants big balls? Do you know what small balls do?
Makes your dick look bigger.
Exactly. Are roid rages a real thing?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, all right, that's a real downside. During road rage?
Too many times.
Oh, really?
Those days are over. I've definitely learned how to control the rage that comes along with the steroids.
Well, how about just having fun with it? Like, you don't ever just like jump out of your car and like lift the front of someone's car up? That'd be amazing.
No, I've jumped out of my car many times and had guns pulled on me, you know?
Yeah,
So
right.
someone sees someone of my size coming at them, you know, they're in fear for their life. So if they have a gun in the car, they're gonna use it.
So you've thought these things through, I'm not gonna lie. What advice do you have for kids who want to get as huge as you?
I'd say that, you know, getting as huge as me is visually pleasing and it looks awesome, but it's physically counterproductive. The biggest problem people have is having the patience because it takes years and years and years.
So it's patience and expensive.
Oh, very expensive. Yeah, it's very expensive.
Well, Rich, you must be an awful trainer because my body looks worse than ever. I'm just gonna work on my self-confidence. It seems easier.
Good choice.
In the meantime, there's a negative perception about you bodybuilders. Underneath those misshapen muscles is an overworked heart yearning for more.
What the hell are you talking about?
It's time for the world to see muscle freaks being freaking adorable.
Muscle freaks being freaking adorable. Ah!
Jumping in Tuscany. Singing a baby to sleep. Blowing bubbles in a bubble bath. Separating Oreos. Laughing at a silly joke.
What's an owl's favorite subject? Algebra. That's a hoot.
I'm getting shot with rubber buckshot from a 12-gauge shotgun. We're gonna put the thumbtacks into the gun, shoot it at me, and still, you'll see, nothing will happen. Let's do it. Oh, my nipple! Hey, Daniel. Cool shorts.
Thanks, Houston. Perfect timing. I was just setting up your most painful stunt yet. Stand on the X and try not to flinch.
All right.
All right, let's get you mic'd up. We ran out of tape, so I apologize if this is a little warm.
That's toasty.
It's really loud in our sound guy's ear. Today we're paying tribute to my great uncle, Frank Cannonball Richards.
Wait, you're related to Frank Cannonball Richards?
Can you believe it? America's first jackass. But instead of a cannonball, we're using a 1-gallon can of paint. And not just any paint, Sherwin-Williams High Gloss Exterior Paint. Tangerine Sunrise. That's a beautiful shade.
This seems extremely irresponsible.
Relax. I purchased a half-mile-long fuse because if I've learned anything from watching your videos, is that the key to a good stunt is anticipation. Houston! Where are you from?
Michigan. I'm from Michigan.
Is Houston your birth name?
Yes.
Is there any Texas tie to you?
No, I think I have a grandparent that was named Houston or something.
You don't know what your grandpa's name is?
It was like a great-grandparent.
Oh, I
and
got
I don't
you.
look that far back.
It'd be crazy if you didn't know what your grandpa's name was.
Yeah.
How old are you?
25.
How long have you been making these videos?
This has been going on about 3 years now.
It's bodybuilder verse or bodybuilder versus?
Bodybuilder versus.
Versus pain?
Anything. I'm proving myself against any type of physical pain or anything stupid enough that I think will look funny on camera.
Okay, let me talk about your physique. Impressive, okay?
Thank
You're
you.
not skipping leg days.
No.
Woo!
That's why I wear these short shorts.
God, I gotta start working out. It's just, the writing's on the wall. It's proven that it's good for you, right? Now, I worry about you because you're doing two things. Bodybuilding can be dangerous and the stunts. We've had a bodybuilder on our show die, and we've had a person that does stunts on our show die. You're both combined. Let's go through some of these. 12 gauge with rubber bullets.
I have a scar right there from that. We didn't know what was gonna happen, so we just kind of slowly walked forward and kept shooting me until I got hit with like 8 of them at once and was bleeding from multiple locations. We're like, that's a video.
Thigh punches.
I can't.
You wouldn't think that one was so bad, but man, it seems like it was brutal.
I didn't expect to have my whole leg to turn into a bruise. You know, I thought it'd be just kind of like a funny, like, oh, just get punched a bunch.
Shot in the leg with 21 rubber paintballs.
Stop. How many was that? 3.
I liked it because you were like, how many was that? And they're like, 3.
We're really bad at counting, and it was really hard to keep going because my skin just slowly is getting ripped off. At just one point, it's like, just cut the leg off.
You don't want to incorporate drugs and alcohol into your bits, do you?
I've done a few drinking videos. Yeah, for example, I did like tequila shots and squats to see if I would puke at any point. And I finished the whole 5th of tequila, and then I don't really remember after that.
That seems unnecessary. I feel like pain is the wheelhouse.
My wheelhouse I think is anything ridiculous, like getting a tattoo on the top of my head.
There's a tattoo up there?
Yeah, you could shave my hair, it'll be there.
What did you get?
A bicep. I got one inside my lip too.
What is wrong? Oh man! Is it a right and left arm?
See, we messed up the thumbs, so technically it's the same arm, but we don't need to look into it that much.
Okay.
Yeah.
The pressure, whose idea was that?
I think it was mine, but my cousin Weston's like, yeah, I have a pressure washer. And I'm like, yeah, just bring it over. Let's do something with it.
But did you test it? I mean, it really can just rip sheets of skin off.
We knew it would do something, and then when we actually filmed the bit, we're like, let's just keep getting closer until we see something happens. And by the time something happened, it just peeled all my skin off. That was a moment, it was like, this was dumb.
And how did the skin heal?
Terribly. Pus was coming off of like my skin and stuff. It was like actual burns.
What's the most painful thing that you've done on camera?
When you do so many painful things, it's hard to narrow it down.
Okay.
But I think I got pepper sprayed in the butthole. Come on, Brian, hit me. No. Ah!
And how did that feel?
Kind of like the equivalent of pooping out really spicy peppers.
I have a form of IBS. I probably could handle that.
And then it washed all the way down to my genitals. It was the most like agony I've felt. Can't get it off. It's just there until it decides to stop burning. It's in my penis hole right now.
What was one of the hardest stunts that you did to recover from?
I got shot with 1,000 paintballs.
Yeah, we put that on the show.
Yeah.
You want to see a shirtless stud getting hit with 1,000 paintballs? I do. Did you appreciate that being on the show? Were you okay with it?
Yeah, it was cool. I remember like people started messaging me, oh, you're on Tosh. Awesome.
What you do is impressive.
Oh, thank you.
Now, there is some critique. Some of these videos are way too long.
Okay, fair.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm always like, jump to 7 minutes where you're starting to get hurt. And I do like hearing you scream. It's enjoyable.
Yeah, people have said I sound like Marv from Home Alone.
What's the next step? What's the big goal?
I'm pretty bad at thinking down the road a ton.
That's good. Do neighbors ever call and say, hey, there's someone being shot in the head in the front yard?
I live surrounded by fields, like asparagus fields.
Oh, what's a pea smell like around there?
Bad.
Okay.
Yeah, everything smells bad there. I remember when I got pepper sprayed in my butthole, there was just asparagus pickers out there watching me do it.
Michigan, huh?
Yep.
That's where asparagus grows?
Yeah,
like if you gun to my head told me where does asparagus grow, I don't think I would have ever said Michigan. I don't even know what climate I thought asparagus grew in. Are your parents proud of you, embarrassed, or just worried?
A mixture of all three?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Is there a Mrs. Houston Jones?
Yeah,
Oh, my God, Sherwin Williams makes a durable can. That didn't work at all. All right, it's going on uneven. In hindsight, I should have hit you with a can of primer first. Let's get you cleaned off before the second attempt.
Second attempt, what?
Each and every one of us has 1,440 seconds in a day. Here's a hint. If you aren't straining, when you go through the obstacles of which you perceive as fire, you will come back like a hurricane. Say yes to every dream and no to every excuse. Have a spectacular, wondrous Wednesday, Saturday, Thursday. Welcome to Tries and Buys.
The workout show that's all about huge triceps and being bisexual.
Daniel, I am not bisexual.
Oh, here are the tries. With me as always, Poppa Pipes, who you may recognize from the cover of this month's oddly specific muscle group magazine. Congrats, Poppa. Let's talk triceps. First of all, Poppa Pipes, thank you for being here.
Well, I appreciate you asking me to be here.
Poppa Pipes, I'm surprised that name wasn't taken by either a plumber or a porn star.
I will ironically say that I am in agreement with you on that.
How'd you come up with the name Poppa Pipes?
I was, at one point in my life, training professional wrestlers.
What league was this?
This was the NWA, but it was WWC in Atlanta.
Did you know Arn Anderson?
I did not know Arn Anderson, but I knew his brother Ole Anderson briefly.
Ole I can barely stomach. Arn, dude, a coward with bitch tits. How many videos have you made?
I'm gonna go on a limb and say 500.
And how did you stumble across the gold of just that weird camera angle?
Do you want to accomplish every goal that you aspire to? Let's talk about losing but gaining. Are you talking about the single arm, right arm focus lens item?
It's always the right arm?
It's primarily the unilateral approach to videotaping. I have done the left arm, however.
But it doesn't get as many views.
Not as many views. It's only a third of the view.
Your videos, what's the point of them? Because you never actually tell us how to get your triceps.
I've got a video coming up. It's gonna tell you specifically how you are gonna be the most fit, large tricep comedian in the market.
That's what you say in the videos, and it's just all this, it's been like a 500 episode tease.
Okay, do you want me to tell you what you really have to do?
Well, yeah, are you gonna give it away, or do you wanna just sell it?
Well, I mean, I can sell it.
That's what I'd rather you sell it, I guess.
That's what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of like appetizer.
Excuse me if I'm prying, but I heard you had a prior business in Atlanta with some former Falcons, some football players that didn't turn out so well.
It did not turn out profitable.
What happened?
Okay, so we had equipment called Pro Spot Fitness.
Why did the business go under?
I don't know if I should say that.
One of them had a horrible
There were some bad
problem.
seeds in the cage.
And bad seeds is cocaine.
There were two birds in the nest.
There were two dirty birds?
There were two birds in the nest. There's a possibility that the seeds had been tainted.
With cocaine.
With an outside substance matter
cocaine.
of which I have no knowledge of.
Okay. Your website's awful too.
You don't like the website?
No, nothing works. There's air. Every page I click on, it says air.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it says like this video is no longer here or something. There's airs all over it.
What are my two critiques?
Your titles for your videos are awful.
Are horrific.
And your website sucks.
Are you saying that I have room for improvement?
Yes, but I'm saying you got great video. People like the videos. How many hours a week are you working out?
I go 6 days a week, probably 30 to 35 minutes a time.
I can bench press 185.
If you walk into the gym with that is some gangster stats.
I really let it hit my chest hard and bounce it up.
I mean, that's proper form in my book. It's called the ballistic methodology of training.
Is it safe to assume you were a fat kid growing up?
I unfortunately was not a fat kid growing up, but I was infatuated with a lunch lady who had huge triceps, who every time she dipped the spaghetti into my plate, I actually thought it was a huge muscle. There was a lady.
You thought her spaghetti was a muscle?
Jurger Elementary School. I will not name her name, but.
Well, she's dead.
Okay, her last name was Gammons. She had a slightly larger arm.
Do you shave or wax your arm?
I shave them in the shower every day.
When you're out in public, do people recognize you?
Yes.
When you push the shopping cart in the grocery store, are you pushing it sideways? Like
I do a one-armer.
I bet you son of a bitch. I bet you walk around with a basket in a grocery store.
Do you know that I do that
yeah,
when I buy
do.
Protein bars?
You load it with milk first, just so you have some weight in there.
Of that statement that you just made, because it is absolutely valid.
And you eat healthy?
I eat healthy. I eat salmon and arugula 3 times a day.
Wait. You have salmon 3 times a day?
Salmon 3 times a day.
That's disgusting.
I mean,
that's too much. Why would you eat that much salmon? Who would you say has the best tries in Hollywood?
I was going to say Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, Mark Wahlberg.
He's pretty cool. He's pretty ripped. Yeah, Calvin Klein
doesn't
days.
masturbate.
Did he say that?
Yes. He says he's super Catholic, and he says that part of his success in show business is that he gave up masturbation completely.
And I'm also going on his side of life.
What? No masturbation?
No masturbation, man.
At all?
No, I'm just not going on no masturbation.
It's so nice just to take care of it and just go about your day without having the demons crawling through your brain. Do you consider yourself a motivational speaker?
I try to be a positivitarian.
Speaking of words that don't make any sense, superlative. That one time you just yelled out, have a superlative day.
So have a superlative Saturday.
You don't like superlative?
You can't just say have a superlative day. Are you just freestyling at the end of everyone?
I'm freestyling, buddy.
Because my favorite game to play is what day of the week is it in this video?
And there are some days where I have missed the day of the week.
Have a extraordinary Thursday.
Do you think if I played some of your adjectives, you'd know what day you were talking about?
I believe I would not.
Oh man, all right, we'll give that a shot.
Have a blessed.
That's Friday. No, this is Thursday. Thursday.
I'm on Friday.
Thursday.
Ah, there you go. I don't know how I got that one. That was a complete guess.
Fantastic!
Wednesday.
That's a Tuesday.
Saturday.
Oh my God, that was sucked. I was not even 4 days apart on that one.
Have a fantastic.
This is Friday.
Superb.
I think I figured out your formula.
Well, wait.
Well, then I'm gonna say
Don't
Friday
do it.
too.
Don't do it.
Superb.
Friday.
Monday.
Oh my God, what the hell
Son of
was
a
that?
bitch.
That's
no,
terrible.
I'm not high-fiving you. All right, now I'm...
That's a double miss.
Let's go.
So have a magnificent.
All right, this is a
Amazing.
Wednesday.
Tuesday.
Labor Day weekend.
What?
What the crap was that?
Weekend? You said weekend.
That's all the time we have for tries and buys.
Join us tomorrow for traps and gaps.
Hope you all have a blessed,
Erotic.
phenomenal,
Lazy.
magnificent, fabulous,
Sad.
extraordinary,
Bisexual.
a not bisexual.
Superlative. Tuesday. You actually get sore from flexing.
Andy, I'm dying.
Great.
Hey, baby. Can you set me up?
Happy to.
Yeah! All right. I'm gonna try to hit the gym on the way to the gym.
You never get a girl like that with those sissy little arms. Here, have a seat. What's your name?
Zach.
You're Zach and you're Craig?
Yep, that's correct.
Craig. Okay, what was going on down in your basement?
We watched the Winter Olympics down in my basement.
Did you enjoy the Winter Olympics?
They were pretty good.
What would be your best Winter Olympic sport, Craig?
I gotta say weightlifting.
Weightlifting's not a Winter Olympic sport, Craig. You're dumb as shit. Zach.
Yes.
What would be your best winter sport?
See, I do swimming, so.
Okay, Zach, if you had to compete in the Winter Olympics, which event would you go for?
Bobsledding?
Oh, you guys do that two-man skeleton luge thing. You'd lay on top of each other. Oh, it's hot. So you're down in your basement, and you guys say, we're gonna start training. How'd that go?
Craig was kind of like my personal trainer, so I went over to the weight bar.
You doing curls?
I don't even know if it's...
Clean and jerk?
That's the clean one. and jerk.
Okay, so you guys have no experience at all working.
No, not really.
These are my kind of people.
Basically, Zach over here,
Craig's a toucher.
Zach over here, grabs the barbell, picks it up, and just pretty much falls over.
That's why you need a spotter. Always need a spotter.
Yeah, so that's what I was there for. I was like...
Well, you didn't spot him. You did a poor job.
Yeah, I didn't.
You really didn't spot me at all.
So I see my buddy over there laying, having a hard time breathing. So I was like, I gotta save this kid's life.
Yeah, you had that adrenaline pumping through your veins because you see your friend about to die.
Oh yeah, so I ran over there, do my clean jerk, and then it was above my head, and I just kept going back. He said he was too slow, was the problem.
His girlfriend was there. He was just trying to show off.
Girlfriend? You don't want them in the basement. Dudes only. It says man cave. Did you have to go to the hospital?
We just iced it.
They actually carried me to the hot tub.
Okay, so you went ice, then hot tub.
Icy hot, right?
Or you go cold, then you go hot. You do increments of that. 15 minutes, I think you're done. What's a membership to Craig's basement cost?
A 6-pack.
Were you guys drunk?
Define drunk.
Had you guys been drinking alcohol?
We had drank a few beers, yeah.
I feel uncomfortable answering that question.
Because of your age?
Possibly.
Listen, when you're with me, I'm all for boys drinking. I'll be honest with you, a few beers in your system probably saved you. relaxed you a little bit.
That's what we were saying. When people crash and they're, drunk or whatever, they're less likely to get injured.
The problem is the family of 4 that they plowed into weren't drunk. You got to stay hydrated, boys. What's your favorite movie?
Harry Potter.
What is happening here?
You don't like Harry Potter?
You don't like Harry Potter?
You guys just in pretend world?
No, I'm actually at Hogwarts.
Would you do steroids?
If it worked.
Steroids works. It clearly works.
Your balls shrink.
Why do you want big balls? You want to be the dude that's known as the guy with huge balls? What do you do in the gym? Give me your routine.
I run.
Cardio is for those Instagram and pussies in CrossFit. What's the next thing you do?
I usually do the butterflies.
Okay, so you have no real workout. You guys on a good diet?
Yeah.
What do you eat?
Subs.
You're on the Jared diet.
But Jimmy John's.
Jimmy John's. When I order my Jimmy John's sub, I say, leave the guts. You say leave the guts?
No.
Leave the bread.
It's called guts. All this talk's got me hungry. You guys like tuna?
Oh, yeah.
I love tuna.
Lots of protein. Lots of protein.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good. Woo! You know how you know when tuna's bad? You don't.